You guys, this is Chris with Patch Boy Dar Patches for the Culture, and we are about to be stitching out the Usher Cherries patch. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to name this. I'm thinking of naming it the Bowl of Ushers, or Usher in the Bowl. I don't know. You guys give me some product names for this particular patch because I can't figure out what I want to name it as. Let me go ahead and adjust my camera. We'll wait a little bit. I know people are at work, so we'll wait for people to tune in. But once again, this is Chris with Patch Boy Dar Patches for the Culture. We are gonna make this bowl of Usher patch. I think I like the bowl of Ushers. Let's see. You see him right there? He's holding some little cherries. I did get a little laugh when I was making this patch for sure. I'm excited to make it. And plus, I wanted to go live, so we haven't gone live in some time. Want to see how everybody's doing. Is everybody still out there stitching? Everybody still using their machines? Everybody got their brother personas they got to get ready to stitch? Guys, be sure that you hit that thumbs up button as you come into this video. The cost of this video is hitting that thumbs up button. And if you are not subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button. But without further delay, you guys, we are going to start stitching out this patch. Let me change my mood lighting. I got it set to red. We're going to switch it back to just white right there so you guys can see everything nicely. I got some threads loaded up already. This is like a 5-color design, I believe. It's going to be some brown, red, black, white thread, and some green thread for the stems of the cherry. I already got the black thread loaded up. That's what's going to be going first. As you can see right here on this screen, we are going to start off with some black thread. After the black thread, we will move on to the white thread. So it's going to be smooth sailing, you guys. It's going to be smooth sailing. All right, let me zoom back out of here. Not only that, let's look a little bit closer at our screen. Let's take a look at the screen detail. So if you guys look up in this upper left corner, it's going to be 20,000 stitches. It's going to take 35 minutes, but that's because we are stitching at 600 stitches per minute right there. If I wanted to, I can decrease the speed, I can increase the speed, but we'll keep it at 600 stitches per minute to see how we like if it stitches out or not. This is the first stitch out. So with this one, I'm going to take notes to see what I need to change in the digitizing to make sure this patch stitches out a lot better. But let's go ahead and just go for it. And we are also using the 5.5-inch mighty hoop, of course. This is our mighty hoop right here, the 5.5-inch mighty hoop. If you guys need a mighty hoop, be sure to check out their website and use promo code PATCHBOY and you'll receive free shipping on your mighty hoop order. So once again, we are making this Usher patch right here. Usher giving out some cherries. There's been a lot of people in trouble from these Usher concerts. I'm telling you that right now. From what I be seeing on the social medias. Usher Raymond with them cherries has caused a lot of divorces. I think when it comes to the divorce rate, Usher concerts and Chris Brown concerts should be added to the list of common reasons for divorces. That's just a little pun right there. Let's go ahead and get into the stitching. I'm going to hit the lock button and let's start it. I don't have no background music going today, so we're just going to listen to that machine, you guys. We're going to enjoy the sound of the brother persona stitching out. Let's go. If you're tuning in, remember the cost of entry is to hit that thumbs up button. you got to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're just tuning in, we are making the Usher Raymond, the Bowl of Usher patch. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to name this, but it's basically Usher holding a bunch of cherries while sitting in a bowl of cherries. A little funny patch. So right now, what the patch is doing, it's going to be doing a fill stitch. I started doing this with some of my patches where like I have like a fill stitch going like around the patch. So that way when it comes time to doing the satin stitch border, it goes around that black instead of going close along the patch itself. It works well for some of my patches. I've been using it a little bit more frequently now with some of my new designs. So we'll see how it works on this one. Once again, we are using the Brother Persona, also known as the Brother PRS 100. If you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up button. Once it's done with the black thread, we will switch to the white thread. There's going to be a decent amount of ads that might pop up in this video. Feel free to skip those ads, or if you want to sit and watch through the ads, you can. Those ads is how we make a little bit of money over here on YouTube. Once again, we're using the 5.5-inch Mighty Hoop. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend. For anyone wondering, I do not have the other machine going. I'm really just focusing on making this bowl of Usher patch right here with them cherries in the hand. Funny patch. Yeah, you guys, we're just gonna sit here and let this thing stitch out. I'm expecting this live stream to be just under an hour, possibly. At 600 stitches per minute, it says it's going to take 35 minutes. But that doesn't include the time it takes to change the colors of the thread. It also doesn't include the time if the bobbin runs out. Not only that, it doesn't include the time of me just chit-chatting with you guys on the live stream. So as you can see, it is doing that to Tommy stitch. So it's going to do like this around the entire patch, and then it'll do a satin stitch around it. Like I said, this is a new method I've been trying with some of my patches. I like it on some of my patches. It works for some, it doesn't work for others, but we'll see if it works for this one. I'm basically just creating a black frame around the patch. I'm gonna zoom, step back a little bit, so you guys can see the Brother Persona more. I got my egg bobbins here, and some extra little threads right there. Once this patch is complete, it will be available on our Etsy shop. Not only that, But once we have our 200 files for our USB stick, this patch in particular will be on that file. Or on that USB stick, I should say. This design will be on that USB stick. We do plan on selling a USB stick that contains 200 embroidery files, you guys. It'll be PES files specifically, just to work for your brother machines. For those of you who got personas or other kind of brother machines. I'm not offering any kind of other files at the moment. But that is still in the works, so it's still going to be a little while before that is available. Let's get you guys back closer. Making a bowl of Usher. Once it's done with that fill stitch, it will do a satin stitch border around the entire patch. I figured I would do a live stream of this particular patch because we haven't done a live stream in a decent amount of time, so we gotta do some more live streams. And we also gotta test out the new designs. We gotta make sure it stitches out nice. So I'm definitely keeping notes of what it's doing, so that way I can go in and make some changes to the actual embroidery file if I need to. So you see it's going to do a single run stitch around that fill stitch, because it's going to set the base for the, or the underlaying stitches for the satin stitch. Because at Patch Boy Dar, we like to have all of our patches with those satin stitch borders, because it makes it look nice and clean. Honestly, I wouldn't even need to put a satin stitch border if I didn't want to, but I like having those satin stitch borders on there. Also, guys, if you didn't know already, we have reached 4,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. It's taken a while, but we have made it to 4,000. Let's get it up to 5,000. We got a ways to go, so let's really do it. Cherries all day. That's this guy's new thing. Usher Raymond. He like giving out those cherries. He be ruining relationships over them cherries. Let's just go ahead and stitch you guys here. We're just gonna let you stitch. I'm gonna let them keep on stitching out. Not gonna do too much talking. Last thing I'm gonna say is make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also, be sure to use the super chat if you want to support the channel. swing you over this way. And guys, if you haven't seen my live stream of making those Chris Brown patches, be sure to check that one out. Those patches have been flying off the shelf, I'm telling you. I'm selling too many of those. Can't keep up with them. Once it's done, we will be switching to the white thread, which it is done now. All right, let me rearrange the camera. Let me get this off of here so it's not making noises. All right. And we will come in here and we will change the color through. On the Brother Persona, with it being a single needle machine, you got to change the colors yourself. Which is no problem for me. I don't mind. Being a small patch business here. So I'm just tying off the white thread to the black thread. And I'm going to pull it through the rest of the machine. Let me change the angle so you guys can see. And we'll angle you down this way. Alright, so I'll pull that excess black thread until the white thread shows up. There it is right there. This is your automatic needle threader button. And now that it's threaded, let's go ahead and continue. The largest size hoop this machine can embroider on is an 8" by 8" hoop, which comes with the Brother Persona. You could buy a separate Mighty hoop that's a little bit larger, but the max you can embroider is just under that 8" by 8" mark. And we got this Mighty hoop right here. Which one is this one? This one is their, it's a 8.41 by 9 by 1. 9.1, I mean. Here it is. Let me bring you closer. This is the Mighty hoop right here. This is the largest Mighty hoop you can get for the Brother Persona, if the camera will focus. Let me see. Let me switch it around. Here's another angle of it. So that 8 by 9 Mighty hoop. If you want to pick one of these up, use promo code PatchBoy and you'll get free shipping on your order. Yeah, if you can't embroider too large on the Brother Persona, at least on this model, on their newer model, it's like a gray version. You can embroider, I believe, 8" by 12". So if you want to embroider a little bit larger, you can check that one out. For those of you tuning in, we are making the Bowl of Usher patch right here. I think that's what I'm kind of leaning towards for the name of this patch, but I'm still working on the name. But it's basically Usher in a bowl of cherries. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you did not hit that thumbs up button yet. That is the cost of entry for this live stream. And we just gonna keep on stitching. All right, so it is done with the white. So we're going to switch to the brown. I'll angle you guys right about here. You guys already saw me tie off the white threads. You don't need to see me tie off each color. But I will just tell you what I'm doing. I'm tying off the brown thread right now. Got to do my little knots here. And then we'll pull the excess thread through the machine down here. We'll get all the white out until we start to see the brown right there. We use the automatic threader button. Snip it off at that little top area. Hit that automatic threader button one more time. So that way the thread gets pulled through the eye of the needle. And we will continue. I'm excited to see the finished result of this patch. I don't have a full bobbin in there. When I started, it was kind of half full, so we'll see if the bobbin runs out. If it runs out, we'll just switch to a full bobbin. So far, so good, though. Speaking of mighty hoops, I do need to get on there and order myself another 5.5 inch mighty hoop. These 5.5 inch mighty hoops come in handy. So it's going to switch to, we'll be switch to red thread. And then we'll have to switch back to the brown thread for one of the hands. Or for both of the hands, actually. But we'll see. I might be able to go in and change up the order of this. Because if I can get away with doing all the brown portions in one go without having to do a thread change, that would be nice. But we'll see how it turns out right now. I'm changing to the red thread because that's what I need next. There's my red thread there. Let's use that automatic threader. Gonna snip it off right there. And let's do all the red. The red is the main color of this entire patch. I'll say white is the second main color. There's a decent amount of black, but it's mainly the outer portion of the patch, and it's mainly the detail of the patch as well. you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up button, you guys, as you come in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Right now, it is putting down the underlay stitches for the tatami stitch of the red thread. And if you're just now tuning in, if you didn't see the thumbnail, we are making the Bowl of Usher Cherries patch right there. And we are 27 minutes into this live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Trying to get you guys a good angle. There we go. I'll leave you guys there for a while. We are stitching on the Brother Persona, also known as the Brother PRS 100. It's a single needle tubular embroidery machine. One of the smallest options that Brother provides. The next tier up is their 6 needle machine. And then they have their 10 needle machine. This is just their little single needle machine. Their older model, the older model is this blue color scheme. The new model has a gray color scheme. But with that newer model, you can embroider up to 8 inches by 12 inches, I believe. So if you wanted something a little bit larger, because this persona here, this model, it can only embroider on that 8-inch by 8-inch hoop. And it can't quite get up to 8 inches. It's just a little bit under 8 inches. But it's all good, because our patches are typically 3.5 inches and under, so it's no big deal to us. This patch in particular is a little bit larger. As you can see, it's going to be 4.39 by 3 inches. We are at the 30-minute mark. Actually, it's about to be the 31-minute mark of this live stream. Still looking good, still stitching out nicely. Once it's done with that red thread, it will switch back to brown thread. So that way I can do the actual hands in brown. And then we will switch to black thread. There is a total of 8 color changes I have to do. But there's really not many colors in the design itself, but that's just the amount of color changes I need to do. And once I'm done with this Usher patch, I'm going to fray check it, cut it out, take some pictures of it and post it up so that way it will be available for purchase on the Etsy shop. And then after that, I got to run to, I think I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby. I got to look for some black fabric so that way I can embroider onto to use the, I'm going to do an applique for a custom patch. I got to finish up this custom patch for a motorcycle vest. It is about to be Sturgis. The Sturgis rally is about to happen here in Rapid City, South Dakota. And I got some custom patches that I need to make, so I got to get them done. It's about to be a busy 7 days when the 85th Sturgis anniversary happens, for sure. You best believe I'm going to be out there on my little Honda Ruckus scooter. If you guys have not subscribed to my personal channel, the Chris Darby channel, I will try to link it down in the description box so that way you can see some of the other stuff I do outside of doing embroidery. All right, you guys, it is time to change to the brown thread again. And you guys, I just linked my personal channel, so be sure to check out my personal channel down in the description box. It is at Chris_Darby. Definitely check out that channel so you guys can see what I'm up to when I'm not here in my little craft room. Link down in the description. All right, so we're switching back to that brown thread. We are making this Bola Usher's Cherries patch. I think this might be a popular patch on my Etsy shop. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As you're tuning into this live stream, you will see that there are advertisements that pop up. Don't mind the advertisements. Those ads is how we make a little bit of money here on YouTube. I'm liking how this patch turned out. As you can see right here, there's like a little gap right here. So I could go in and change the how the white thread is, just so that way there's no gap there. But I'm pretty sure it's going to get covered up with the black thread. All right, so I got to switch to black thread. The black thread is going to do all the details of this patch. The details is what's really going to make this patch stand out. Because right now it doesn't look like much, but once the details are in there, those detail stitches, this stitch is going to be hot fire. I'm going to let it burn with this patch in my Usher voice. All right. And let's continue. Zoom you guys in so you guys can see the details that's about to happen. I did just turn down the stitches per minute rate to 500 stitches per minute, just for doing the little details. As you can see, I am doing a tatami stitch, but what I did was turned off all the underlays, and then I spaced out the stitching just so I can give that little shadow effect. We are approaching the 40-minute mark of this live stream, you guys. We might actually make it to 1 hour, but we'll see. I'm predicting it'll be just under 1 hour this entire live stream. After it does all of the details with the black stitching, I do got to switch to the white thread again, so that way it can do the little shiny highlights on all the cherries. As you guys can see, I think I just ran out of bobbin thread. And you heard the button. Let's see here. Let me hit the cut button just to cut off any excess. Let's get up under here. Let's see what we got. Oh, there it is, you guys. We got that empty bobbin. Let's get a new bobbin in there. All right, I got my full bobbin right here. You guys can see that. Let's get the full bobbin loaded up. We're trying to do it on with the camera. I got a little too much excess. I'm just snip it there. Let's get that back into place. And then I'm gonna go back a good 10 stitches. Let's go 20 stitches. There we go. I went back about 23 stitches or so. Once it starts going, I'll close the lid to the bobbin housing. There we go. And we are back at it, you guys. Just that fast. We are right back into stitching. Let's go. I am liking how it's stitching out. Got his little belly button in there. One thing I could change is the sequence in which it's stitching out everything. So that way I can so that way it doesn't seem like it's kind of jumping around too much. But it's stitching out pretty nicely though. Let's bump it up to 600 stitches per minute again. Let's see how the Brother Persona does with the small details at a higher stitch speed. Here's the angle for you guys. Ooh, that Brother Persona's working, you guys. It's working. It's getting it done. Yeah. right, you guys, let's go ahead and switch to the white thread now. I'm gonna leave you guys right here, and I'm gonna switch to that right thread. After the white thread, we will be switching to some green thread. So while the white thread is stitching out, I will load up some green thread. I gotta go pick up some fabric because I got a lot of crisp brown patches I gotta make today. But let's go ahead and get this Usher patch made and stitched out. I'm excited for this one. As you can see, it's adding like the little shine details of the cherries. You know how when you got lighting on cherries, it kind of has that little glistening effect. So that's what it's doing right now with the white thread. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. All right, you guys, last but not least, the green thread. Let's go ahead and switch to that green. Once it's done with these stem portions of the design, this patch will be complete. Yeah. We're at 51 minutes of this live stream. Oh man, we almost went a whole hour. But it's all good, you guys. I'm glad you guys are here, tuning in with me as I stitch out this new patch design. If you guys are interested in purchasing this patch, be sure to check out our Etsy shop later on today because the patch will be available on our Etsy shop for purchase. It's that bowl of Ushies. What do y'all think of that name? Bowl of Ushies. Instead of bowl of Usher, bowl of Ushies. I don't know. I gotta come up with a good name for this patch. Y'all help me out in the chat. You guys, we just finished. Patch complete. Let's go ahead and get it off the hoop. My bowl of Ushies. Check that out. Check that out. My Ushers with the cherries. Usher in a bowl of cherries. Look at that. How funny is that? Now I got to go ahead and apply my fray check around the entire patch. Then I'll cut it out. I'm going to take some photos of it so that way we can post it onto the Etsy shop. Be sure to use the link down in the description box below. That takes you to our Etsy shop. Be sure to check it later on today because this patch will be available on there if you guys want a bowl of Ushies. Usher with the cherries. This has been Chris with Patch Boy Dar. Patches for the culture. And guys, we will see you on the next live stream. Peace.